It's still your season, Aries, with the sun shining in your sign until April 19th. You're feeling fired up and ready to take on the world. But don't rush into super producer mode just yet. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces and your foggy 12th house until April 7th, with Venus retrograde there, too, until April 12th. These backspins are pulling you inward, perfect for healing and deep introspection, but they can muddle your decision-making. Hit pause. Do your research and clear up any lingering uncertainties before racing ahead. Adding to the confusion, April is also the first full month of esoteric Neptune's landmark transit through Aries, a shift that hasn't happened since 1862. This momentous cycle, which began on March 30th, marks the beginning of a 14-year transformation of your identity, self-expression, and long-term vision for your life. You're dissolving outdated labels, tapping into hidden creative gifts, and developing a more intuitive way of moving through life. While this chapter is just beginning, trust that you're stepping into a more authentic version of yourself, Ram. Let go of what no longer fits. You won't be able to hang on to it with Neptune's slippery grasp. Trust that something dreamier is unfolding. Once Mercury goes direct on April 7th, your intuition will sharpen. Then, when Venus straightens out on the 12th, your charm returns and any love-life confusion untangles. Passion hits a new high when Mars, your ruling planet, struts into bold Leo on the 18th, firing up your 5th house of fame, romance, and creative expression until June 17th. You'll be brimming with confidence, passion, and that iconic Aries spark. Taurus season starts on April 19th, shifting your focus from personal reinvention to locking in financial stability. Time to ground yourself, secure your foundation, and bring all those exciting ideas to life. Month of Taurus. Set your system to lounge mode for the first part of April, with the sun tucked away in your restful 12th house until April 19th. But don't go unconscious, Taurus. There's still some internal work to be done. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces and your social 11th house until April 7th, and Venus, your ruler, is retrograde there until April 12th. These cosmic backspins are pushing you to reassess your connections and collaborations. It's a great time to reflect on your friendships and team dynamics. Clear up any misunderstandings before moving forward with a supergroup or prematurely breaking up the band. Once Mercury turns direct on April 7th, you'll feel more in sync with your squad. And when Venus gets back on track on the 12th, you'll have the charm to make new alliances or revive old ones. On April 18th, Mars moves into Leo, firing up your 4th house of home and family until June 17th. You'll feel energized to tackle any domestic projects or spruce up your living space. Birthday season begins when the sun enters Taurus on April 19th, bringing with it a surge of confidence and energy. With the new supermoon in Taurus on the 27th, set intentions so juicy that they scare you a little. You've got this, Taurus. April also begins a subtle but profound shift that unspools over the next decade and a half. Numinous Neptune settled into Aries in your 12th house of healing, closure, and subconscious growth on March 30th. Over the next 14 years, you'll develop a deeper connection to your intuition and may feel drawn to spiritual, creative, or therapeutic practices. Boundaries are key, especially with draining people or situations. Your energy is precious, bull, so protect it like gold. Month of Gemini. Get ready to juggle, Gemini. With the sun in your 11th house of teamwork and social connections until April 19th, you're in full-on networking mode. But hold off on hard launching anything massive just yet. Mercury, your ruling planet, is retrograde in Pisces until April 7th, along with Venus until April 12th, both in your 10th house of career. Reassess your strategy and smooth over any work-related tensions before making your next move. That's not all. Hazy Neptune also embarks on its first full month in Aries and your 11th house, the beginning of a profound 14-year cycle that could shift your entire approach to community. While you're no stranger to instant bonding, in this next season of your life, forming a dream team is something that will take time, care, and effort. After the retrograde air clears on the 12th, your goals come into sharp focus again. And with a Libra full moon happening that same day, some well-connected people may come out of the woodwork, ready to support your efforts. Feisty Mars charges into Leo on April 18th, igniting your 3rd house of communication and cooperative ventures. You'll be buzzing with genius ideas while this cycle lasts until June 17th. Capture them all for consideration and make sure to legally protect your IP. Today's napkin sketch could be tomorrow's billion-dollar viral sensation. Slip off to the studio to imagine her in private once Taurus season begins on the 19th. Or take a breather. As the sun steals into your 12th house, it's the perfect time to slow down. Recharge and tie up loose ends before your birthday season begins next month. Month of Cancer. Show and prove, Cancer. As the sun blazes through your prestigious, ambitious 10th house until April 19th, you're a fearless contender on the world stage. But don't even think about faking it till you make it. April marks the first full month of Neptune in Aries, soft launching a long-term transformation of your career and ambitions. Over the next 14 years, you'll feel an increasing pull toward meaningful, creative, or healing-driven work. People may even hoist you onto a pedestal for the unique approach you provide. However, Neptune can be deceiving. Don't fall for illusions of overnight success or get misguided by fame or flattery. This month, start imagining what true fulfillment looks like. The vision is forming, even if the plan isn't fully clear yet. More reason to pace yourself? Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your expansive 9th house until April 7th, and Venus is also retrograde there until April 12th. Use the first part of the month to check facts and educate yourself so that you have a bulletproof presentation mid-month. Travel plans may stall due to the retrogrades, so use this hiccup as an opportunity to strengthen ties close to home. Get ready for a renewed fiscal focus mid-month. After revving you up with both motivation and anxiety since January 6th, feisty Mars leaves your sign on April 18th. As the red planet plows into Leo, it fires up your second house of money and security until June 17th. You'll be pumped to get your financial realm in order and create new income streams. Taurus season arrives on April 19th, reminding you that it's all about who you know. Connect with your community, collaborate with like-minded people, and enjoy the support of your network. You've laid the groundwork, now let others help you build on it. Month of Leo. It's go time, Leo. Well, for the most part. The Aries sun is blazing through your adventurous 9th house until April 19th, making this the perfect month to broaden your horizons, whether it's jetting off to a dream location, diving into personal growth studies, or working under a master coach. Before you go full throttle, know this. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your intense 8th house until April 7th. With Venus retrograde there until April 12th. Relationship and financial friction could follow you on your journeys, which is not the kind of baggage you need to check. Try to get it sorted in the first half of the month. Once Mercury goes direct on the 7th and Venus follows on the 12th, you'll be able to roam the world with a clear conscience. April also marks the first full month of dreamy Neptune in Aries, a massive 14-year expansion of your 9th house of global presence. You may feel restless, craving experiences that stretch your mind and spirit, whether through international adventures, creative pursuits, or spiritual awakenings. But Neptune isn't about instant gratification, Leo. It demands depth. This month, start exploring new philosophies without rushing to become a follower. Allow your outlook on life to be fluid. Your perspective may shift like the tides, for a few years, even, before settling into a flow. Major momentum pours in starting this April 18th when red-hot Mars rolls into your sign and supercharges your confidence. With Mars in your first house until June 17th, you're unstoppable. Take courageous action on your goals and, once again, show the world why you're so legendary. Taurus season kicks off on April 19th as the life-giving sun streams into your 10th house of career. Get serious about your ambitions and make those power moves. All eyes are on you, so claim your throne, Leo. Month of Virgo. Intrigue. Passion. Until April 19th. The Aries sun is rolling in the deep of your mysterious 8th house, adding an intensity to all that you say and do. This year's Ram season comes with an intensifying add-on. Spiritual Neptune is spending its first month in Aries, slowly unspooling a 14-year cycle, which could shift the entire way that you do relationships. Intimate exchanges feel fated, for better and for worse, and you might come face to face with your own possessive streak. Before you tag anyone as your soulmate, you might want to pump the brakes. Neptune rules fantasy and illusion, so make sure you're clear about what you're getting yourself into, especially if long-term wealth is involved. Another reason, make that too. To pace yourself? Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your partnership zone until April 7th, and Venus is retrograding there, too, until April 12th. This could skew your picker as much as it causes misunderstandings to erupt. You'll have a chance to smooth over ruffled feathers and, ideally, create a new consensus that feels like a win-win once these backspins both end. Create some white space in your schedule starting April 18th, as Mars decamps to luxurious Leo, nestling in your 12th house of rest and reflection until June 17th. This is your cue to hit pause, recharge, and focus on behind-the-scenes projects. As Taurus season begins on April 19th, your 9th house of expansion, travel, and learning lights up, shifting your attention to new adventures and growth opportunities. Whether it's a long-distance trip, signing up for a course, or diving into a personal passion, this is the perfect time to broaden your horizons and explore new possibilities. Month of Libra. With the sun powering through your 7th house of relationships until April 19th, your focus is on restoring balance to all your key alliances. This is no small matter, though. Libra. You're entering your soulmate era as Dreamweaver Neptune spends its first full month in Aries in your 7th house of partnerships. Over this historical 14-year transit, your approach to all things interpersonal is undergoing a dreamy makeover. Keep your heart open, but make sure what you're building is rooted in reality, not illusion. Simultaneously, there's some self-care work to do, so save a little space on the calendar for me, myself, and I. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your 6th house of health and routines until April 7th, with Venus retrograde there until April 12th. Reassess how you're balancing your day-to-day life. Are you setting clear boundaries between your work time and rest time? Eating clean and moving your body. Try not to take on any huge assignments until those retrogrades clear, but if you have to, take extra pains to map out your accountabilities to the letter. April 12th will be an epic day for you, Libra. Your sign's ruler, Venus, snaps out of retrograde, and the year's only full moon in Libra brings a huge burst of attention your way. Be ready for a big reveal, or just put yourself out there with people who will appreciate what you have to offer. Mars roars into Leo on April 18th, heating up your 11th house of social connections and teamwork until June 17th. Rally a supergroup for a world-changing project and network like a boss. As Taurus season begins on April 19th, your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources takes over, shifting your focus toward deeper connections and financial matters. This sultry cycle could draw in a kindred spirit or an investor who wants to fund one of your business ideas. Private time will be inspiring, sexy, and insanely creative. Put your phone in airplane mode and do your thing. Month of Scorpio. Order in the Scorpio court? With the sun in your 6th house of health and daily routines until April 19th. You'll want to fine-tune your habits and streamline your schedule. But don't move too fast just yet. Flowy, soulful Neptune spends its first full month in Aries, weaving together your mind, body, and spirit. Your routines may become more fluid, intuitive, and inspired over the next 14 years, but structure will still be necessary. This month, begin noticing where rigid schedules are suffocating you and where a lack of discipline is holding you back. Meanwhile, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your 5th house of romance and creativity until April 7th, while Venus is retrograde in Pisces until April 12th. Whether you're pouring your genius into a creative project or focusing on a legendary love affair, your judgment may be slightly off. Exes could come out of the woodwork early this month, or you may find yourself steeped in a drama that you thought was over and done. Try not to escalate the situation. After the 12th, some new information may come to light that helps you clear up the tension. Career goals accelerate after April 18th, once Mars zooms into Leo and fires up your 10th house of career and ambitions. If you're ready for a professional pivot, Mars can help you blaze new trails. For other Scorpios, the C-suite may be calling. As long as you're focusing up, you're looking in the right direction between now and June 17th. When Taurus season kicks off on April 19th, your attention shifts to your 7th house of partnerships. Strengthen both personal and professional relationships, seal deals, and build solid connections that will last a lot longer than a hot minute. Month of Sagittarius. Blaze new trails. Sagittarius. With the sun lighting up your 5th house of creativity, romance, and pure, unadulterated fun until April 19th, you're ready to run off leash. But before you dive headfirst into all the excitement, take a pause. With fluid, dreamy Neptune spending its first full month in Aries, you're stepping into a period of heightened artistic inspiration passionate love stories, and deep creative fulfillment. Neptune is tricky. It can make illusions seem real. This month, gently pursue your dreams, but don't rush into long-term deals without checking the fine print. Divine inspiration will be plentiful, but for best results, you also need to pay attention to divine timing. Don't hurry the process, or you may cheat yourself out of some soulful development. You may feel like hanging backstage a bit, too. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces and your emotional fourth house until April 7th, and Venus is spinning in reverse in that sector until April 12th. This cosmic slowdown gives you a chance to resolve a few home and family matters that are weighing heavily on your conscience. If you're in the market for a move or simply want to get out and play more, you'll have the green light after April 12th. That goes triple after April 18th. When thrill-seeking Mars soars into Leo and your ninth house of travel, adventure, and personal growth until June 17th. This expansive cycle only comes around every other year, and when it does, it's anyone's guess which corner of the globe you'll find yourself on. Entrepreneurial ventures, publishing projects, and educational pursuits all get a high-octane blast from Mars and Leo. But ground control to major sag. Taurus season begins on the 19th, as the sun anchors into your sixth house of work and wellness. While you're zooming into the stratosphere, make sure you have healthy habits in place. Work-life balance is not an oxymoron, Archer. It's your new benchmark for success. Month of Capricorn. How secure is your foundation? With the sun hunkered in your fourth house of home and family until April 19th, you're focused on your roots and creating a solid base of operations. But before you start laying bricks, slow down. Fluid Neptune is on its first full month of an historic tour through Aries, laying the groundwork for a 14-year cycle that could transform your domestic life. You may feel drawn to create a more nourishing home environment, heal family wounds, or even to relocate. But Neptune's influence can be murky. Avoid making impulsive decisions and instead, create space to feel your emotions and have a good support system in place. Hold off on making any announcements until mid-month if you can. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces and your communication zone until April 7th, and Venus is retrograde there until April 12th. You may need to refine your communication strategy and clear up any misunderstandings with your collaborators before you can move ahead with ease. Your social charm returns with the Libra full moon on the 12th, which could also bring a peak moment for your career. On April 18th, Mars enters bold Leo, firing up your 8th house of seduction, permanent bonds, and shared resources. Between now and June 17th, you'll feel motivated to fortify relationships and take control of financial matters. Longevity and stability are the goal, so think of each person or situation that presents itself as if it were an investment. Taurus season kicks off on April 19th, lighting up your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. As the sun moves into this playful sector, it's time to loosen up. Tap into your passions and enjoy life's most decadent pleasures. Month of Aquarius. Welcome to the Innovation Station. With the sun parked in your mentally agile 3rd house until April 19th, your mind is buzzing with ideas, connections, and projects. But before you broadcast anything, pause. Hazy Neptune is also parked in Aries as of March 30th, and this is its first full month bobbing and weaving through your messaging center. During this 14-year cycle, conversations may take on a more intuitive, poetic, or even psychic quality. But Neptune also brings misinformation. So be careful not to let every wounded bird and important cause tug so hard on your heartstrings that you wind up pulled into an emotional abyss. Not every idea that sounds inspiring is meant to be followed. Another reason to hold off sending out alerts? Mercury is retrograde in Pisces and your money zone until April 7th, while Venus is retrograde there until April 12th. You may need to revisit your budget, refine financial strategies, or clear up any money misunderstandings. Once Venus and Mercury are both direct, after the 12th, you'll be ready to present your big ideas with confidence and clarity. Lusty Mars swoops into Leo on April 18th, sending a blast of sexy heat into your 7th house of partnerships. You're a people magnet during this cycle, which lasts until June 17th. The only warning? Careful not to come on so strong that you push away your fans. When Taurus season kicks off on April 19th, your focus shifts to home and family. Get your space set up for springtime entertainment. If you're ready to move, buy or sell, the stars are on your side. Month of Pisces. How are you showing up in the world, Pisces? With the sun shining in your second house of money and values until April 19th, you're focused on building financial security and boosting your self-worth. But before you make any binding decisions, press pause. Your ruler, numinous Neptune, is spending its first full month in a brand new sign, Aries, after hunkering down in Pisces since 2012. You may feel as if the ground beneath your fins has shifted, making it essential that you give yourself a moment to adjust before taking on anything too ambitious. Security starts from within, Pisces. And this 14-year Neptune cycle will show you what you're worth. Another reason to pace yourself? Mercury is retrograde in your sign until April 7th, along with Venus until April 12th, asking you to reflect on your front-facing presentation. This is a great time to ponder your personal goals and take a time out from nurturing everyone around you. Once these retrogrades clear after the 12th, you can hit go on a brand refresh or start shopping around one of your big ideas. Mars enters Leo on April 18th, sparking your 6th house of work and wellness until June 17th. You'll feel energized to overhaul your routines, whether it's hitting the gym harder, cleaning up your diet, or tackling a backlog of work projects. Productivity is your superpower now. Taurus season kicks off on April 19th, lighting up your 3rd house of communication. Use this time to share your ideas, start that passion project, or dive into learning something new. It's your season to connect, express, and grow.